Alrighty. So today, today is leg day. I'm doing the push pull challenge by Dare B with my friend Angela Stevens. Make sure you go follow her YouTube channel, Angela Stevens 21 on YouTube. She does go live every day with this challenge, just like I do. All right, let's get to it. Today is leg day, which means we are doing squats, reverse lunges, calf raises, goblet squats, and single leg deadlifts. All right, let's get it cracked. First, I need to find me something to watch. Make this less boring. I would put on music, but every time I put on anything that's copyrighted, I always get my shit taken down. So, podcasts it is.
Everyone wanted to remind you that we just restocked Proto, my small-owned business with protein donuts with 2 grams of sugar and 10 grams of protein with a cake donut texture. If you've been wanting to try, I linked the website below for your convenience.
21's MVP. Nobody like me. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Don't touch me, I'm rich! Powerpuff Girls, I need you! I can't open the pickle jar again! This darn pickle jar! Oh. childhood
I'm
obesity.
down to
Just
the
thought I would be the perfect person to talk about this topic because I'm the maniac. I love children. The Powerpuff Girls are children. I kiss the babies on the forehead. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, Townsville, I just love the children. They're just so cute. Please take care of your kids. Feed them healthy foods. Give them desserts occasionally. And make sure to always kiss them on the forehead. Just like your mayor does. I just love these kids so much that I'm here to tell you that our children are obese. And we don't want that for our kids of Townsville. So let's move on to the big mayor chair and talk about this. Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. My thoughts will probably offend you. My name is Michelle McDaniel, and I am a cosplayer. A proud mommy of a beautiful little girl named Yoshi. A personal trainer. And this is the third of the 5 episodes of Powerpuff Week on this channel, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of them. They are all connected to each other, so they're even better if you watch them in order. Now, I understand that this is a very sensitive topic. We're talking about children, especially when we're talking about obese children, and especially if you're a parent watching who has an obese child. But please watch the whole video and do not judge my title, just like you are probably judging me because I am a grown woman dressed as a cartoon mayor. All we're going to do in this video is lay down some facts, mixed with a ton of cartoon references. Hold on, girls. Someone has stolen my clothes. And then end it all with some positivity. Because that's how we do it on this channel, and maybe eat some pickles along the way. Okay, I'll be serious. So you guys wanted me to talk about a boy who went blind from having a diet that consisted of Pringles, white bread, and French fries. Scientists from the University of Bristol examined the case of a young patient who's extremely picky, eating led to blindness, and have warned of the dangers of a poor diet. The unidentified patient told doctors he had only eaten fries from the fish and chip shop, Pringles potato chips, white bread, slices of processed ham and sausage since elementary school, and he avoided food with certain textures. He first visited a doctor at age 14, complaining of tiredness, according to a case report published in the Annals of Internal Medicine. He wasn't taking any medication, had a normal BMI and height, and showed no visible signs of malnutrition. Doctors discovered low vitamin B12 levels and anemia, treating the patient with vitamin B12 injections and offering dietary advice. 1 year later, there were signs of hearing loss and vision symptoms, but doctors did not find the cause. Eventually, he went blind. Now, I wanted to bring this up because the boy wasn't obese from what I understand, because I would think from all the articles that I read, they would plaster that up there and say his weight and how much overweight he was. And I didn't see any of that. So in my mind, he is just an average weight boy who happened to have a very horrible diet that was just a lot of processed, fatty, not natural food. So I thought this was a very good opportunity for me to say that a lot of average size or skinny people have health issues too with what they're eating. What we feed children is important. Yes, calories are very important, but the quality of our food is very important as well. I know many people who work out all the time but smash McDonald's on the daily, eating greasy, artery-clogging foods, and they have heart issues. Look at the Powerpuff Girls. They're scared of eating broccoli. We had to have a good heart-to-heart talk about their health, and now they're eating those green, delicious little morsels and saving Townsville while they do it. But athletes and bodybuilders usually have a lot of heart issues. So fat acceptance individuals love to say, well, thin people have health issues too. They have heart issues too, and they are completely right in that aspect. And they always also say that thin doesn't equal health, and I agree with that completely. That is something I agree with the fat acceptance movement on. But this was a great opportunity, whether the boy who went blind was heavy or not, to just say that, yes, thinness does not mean that the person is healthy. If you go out and just look into the world and you look in thin people's carts in the grocery store, a lot of them will have their cart full with unhealthy food. A lot of people on the internet doing these mukbang things are not obese. They're still relatively healthy looking. So just something for you guys to think about, and something that I do agree with fat acceptance people on. Now let's look into another.
It's got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With nighttography, it can take selfies in low light. Click.
2018. A 13-year-old has collapsed and died due to being severely obese at 16 stone. That's 224 pounds. The teenager is believed to be a young victim of the frightening rise in youngsters who are overweight. Postmortem by a pathologist said he could find no other reason for the clot developing apart from the youngster's severe obesity. The boy, who was not being named to protect the family's privacy, had been to see his doctor the day before he died, complaining of swollen feet. By the time he died earlier this year, he had a body mass index of 42 and was twice his recommended weight. As school nurses weighed the boy when he was 10 and sent a letter home to his parents about his weight, but it was apparently never followed up. So just a second, anyone watching right now, me included, could you just imagine if any of the children of the fat acceptance women went to school and came home with a note saying, your kid is pushing the weight thing, he's obese, and something needs to be done with his or her weight. Could you imagine how much rage, how much just backlash that school or whoever the nurse was who sent that home would get? And my question to you is, what would you guys do if you had an obese child or someone who's about to get obese or just overweight, came home with that note? What would you do? Say to the kid, and what would you say to the school? I'm very curious as to what Townsville's opinion is on this one. The boy's post-mortem report also showed he had an enlarged liver with evidence of fatty liver disease, an early sign of liver failure due to obesity. Dr. Jude Owen, who works at Landon's Royal Free Hospital, said children and adults were at high risk of blood clots due to their obesity. He said, I've not heard of it in a child. It is shocking and tragic case. The obesity constricts the blood flow in the legs. A clot forms due to sluggish flow. It breaks off and lodges in the pulmonary artery in the lung. A leading obesity expert, Tom Fry, of the National Obesity Forum, that schools and other professionals should do more to flag up overweight kids. So that is another question that I actually have for you guys. Do you think that the schools should be more involved in overweight, obese, mortally obese students? Now, we don't know what is going on in people's homes, but personally, I don't see a lot of
Well done.
effort being put forth when it comes to obese or overweight kids. I personally don't see a lot of effort getting put into just average size kids.
And that's for a 2-minute break.
I mean, the school lunches are crap. The food that is marketed towards children is crap. They wouldn't have so many commercials, so much, advertisement of these foods to kids if people weren't buying it. Usually when I go to the grocery store to buy all my meals, I mind my own business. But being a personal trainer, I do like to look at people's carts occasionally, especially since I've been working on this video. And average size people, obese families, if I look in their carts, they've got so many fruit snacks, cookies, chips, crackers, sugar-filled yogurt, everything that's just sugary filled, chips and salt and snacky, just filling up and spilling over in their cart. And they're feeding their kids that, and that is going to set them up for when they get older. Can I just be completely honest with you and tell you something that makes me very sad? An adult that is leading a kid down the path of food addiction. So yes, I find it very just heartbreaking when I see a parent who's not educated when it comes to health leading their children down the path of food addiction. But something that makes me even more sad and actually quite frankly pissed off, because I get pissed off very much. I get more sad than anything. The whole pickle situation seems to happen every day. But something that really does just irk the mayor is when there is a parent that is getting healthy or is healthy, whatever the state being, they're trying to get their life together and be a healthier person, or they already got there, but they feed their kids shitty food. Oh my god, what would you make them there do? I use a potty word. But it's just true. I don't understand why these people say, well, kids are just kids. It's what kids just eat. What you give your kids when they're little miniature humans is going to set them up completely for what they decide to eat when they are a full functioning citizen of Townsville adults. They're either going to have a really hard time taking the steps to get healthy like I did, or they're just going to continue to eat how they did as a child and then have a very slow, painful, and sudden death, just like the boy from the article. Most of the food marketed towards kids are some of the sugariest foods out there, and we feed them that at the start of their day. I personally ate summer cereal before school, Captain Crunch to be exact, and Cookie Crunch. And we wonder why people can't focus in class. If your kid is eating the typical American diet, then your kid is probably a sugar addict and will be a sugar addict when they grow up and struggle, just like I did. And still do, Townsville. I still struggle, and I will struggle for the rest of my life. Do you want your kid to struggle for the rest of their life until they die? Seriously, it sucks. Please change it so your child does not join the old mayor on the struggle bus. because it's not fun. It stays with your kid. Think about it next time you're making their lunch and it's just full of sugar. And I know it's hard because I'm sure your kid will just beg you for those Rice Krispie treats and that cookie and that fruit roll-up. And you have to say those words that every kid hates. No. I went through this.
Hey, it's me, your dry sleeper. I know I've been a challenge, but I'm deeper than these two.
Already got
Went through the
the
same thing
jiggly
with
legs.
Yoshi. Guess what, Townsville? It's story time. Yoshi was my first dog that I got to pick out, pay for, train, and just love. She's extremely food motivated, so I trained her with lots of treats, and the amount of treats that I gave her trickled into her adult years, even when I wasn't able to play with her or walk her as much as I could because I started working full time and going to school almost full time. And so she got, what's the word that a lot of people like to use? Sick. People wouldn't even tell me, you're a personal trainer. Yeah, you're fit. Yeah, you won tons of trophies for being fit. Yeah, and why is your dog fat? Fat. Oh my gosh, how dare you call my little perfect baby fat? She's not fat, she's beautiful. She's a fucking queen. Eventually, I started to see a decline in my little baby's health, and it made me very sad that I was the one to blame for her decline. So I had to put my foot down, force myself to get up earlier to take her on a 30-minute walk, which she hated at first.
All right,
Forced myself
now
to
it's time for
already
reverse lunges.
even though she would beg me and go as far as throwing her whole body at my face. Eventually, she started slowing down. She started enjoying the walk, begging me to go on walks, playing more, playing longer. She seems to always want to be active, and people even think that she's a puppy. I meet a lot of other pugs that are younger than my dog, and they're overweight, they don't really move a lot, and they just seem very sedentary and super slow. And I personally think it's because a lot of the pug owners, and I was one of them, was like, well, they're a pug, it's kind of part of the whole pug thing. They're supposed to be like that, slow, fat, and just, sit there and be my little companion. I saw a huge difference in my Yoshi when I would always stay active with her to when I took away all of her activity.
One down,
because
3 to
of
go.
my personal things going on with work. I mean, she still complains about me not giving her so many treats, but she's fine. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is you have to put in the effort. You make the choice to have a child or get an animal. So it's your responsibility to put your foot down and make sure that you are doing your job when it comes to their and your health. I really have to shout out this mom, this amazing mother from Instagram, who put her foot down and loved her daughter so much that she got her daughter healthy, her obese daughter healthy, and lost weight. I'm not sure exactly what her exact weight was at this stage, but Melanie is 5 years old. Her mom took control, changed her diet, got her active. She even made food fun for her little baby girl. And just look at the after. She looks so much more comfortable. Picture on the left is when my sweet girl was at her heaviest. There is just no words than she is just a different kid. You guys remember our wonderful friend Monalise saying putting a child on a diet is on the same level as sexual assault. I find that completely ridiculous and absurd because if this mom didn't do something about this beautiful child's weight, the child could have ended up like the kid that we talked about in the beginning of this video. So please go to the Instagram and tell the mom good job, and of course little Melanie, great job with her getting on the path of health. I find that story just amazing. If we make the decision to have children or get a pet, it is up to us to make sure that they live the healthiest life that we possibly can give them. I know many people do not like to hear that it is their fault for their child's unhealthiness or unhealthy weight, but I'm sure you also do not want to hear that your child or your pet just died from something that was very preventable. I love kids and animals so much that I need them alive and healthy because I need help with my pickle jar, which reminds me. Miss Bella! Miss Bella! Miss Bella! Yes, Bear. The pickle jar is acting funny again. Bear, you know I can't do this food after I leave. And today's my last day.
Yeah, 2 to go.
Please, Miss Bella, just this one last time. Oh, Miss Bella, I'm gonna miss you so much.
Hey.
Drive the rest skates. Help support skates will provide. And restore skates for your outfit for the whole family senses. Multi-part choice their box create. Village for sale. Recommended by 90,000 rheumatologists worldwide.
Blair Walnuts posted this video, and my inbox was blowing up with messages like this. Michelle, please respond to Blair Walnuts' fucking video. She's hurting every single young girl that watches her with this information. She needs to be deplatformed because she's gone buck wild after her stupid breakup. You need to tell her to get over it and get her shit together. And then the others went like this. Hi, Michelle. I noticed you and Blair Walnuts follow each other. I really enjoy both of your content, and recently Blair has been under a lot of fire, and I personally think it's being blown out of the water. But will you be making a video on this? I just really feel bad for her right now. Guess who got a response? The second one. Don't tell me what to do or what I need to do, because now I can't do it because you told me to, and I'm extremely petty. This video is sponsored by me. Click the link below to support my protein donut business, Proto Bakery. Thank
3
you.
down.
Welcome back.
On the go.
But if you're new, welcome. My name is Michelle McDaniel, aka Grown Up Pebble. I'm a personal trainer, mother of a pup, and a chihuahua. A prosecutor, marathon, grown up cosplayer. This is my channel. My thoughts will probably offend you, or my thoughts will probably offend at least one person, because whenever you share your opinion online, someone has to write you a whole novel telling you why your opinion is wrong and why you should have the same opinion as them. So whatever is offending you today, let us know in that comment section. This is the place to do it. And while you're down there, you might as well subscribe it, because I post 1 to 3 times a week, sometimes just in cosplay, sometimes dressed what I would call normal. And welcome to another episode of Who the Is, a series where we talk about popular YouTubers and dig into their content and channel. And today we're asking the question, who the is Blair Walnut?
I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% made of walnuts.
She's just so nutty, she belongs in a tree.
So today I'm trying 5 viral makeup hacks to see if they're worth the time, the money, or the effort.
For real, she's like kind of crazy. And I like it. But many people have been saying,
What a criminal.
she's a little too nutty. And when this video got posted, they tried to split this live in my inbox. So let's start from the beginning. Blair Walnuts, born in Bulgaria, but now living
All I did was put her tree away and clean off her.
How long was that?
According to her Twitter,
How long
she
was the
travels
dude there?
all over the world, loves fashion, food, toys,
So
and showcases
if
all
he does it
of
again,
that
I'll
on her
talk to
YouTube
him.
channel that has over 800,000 subscribers.
The whole purpose of her hiring you is because he would want
Safety
to
for
watch
children.
it's on a regular
Her most
basis. But
popular
now that
videos
you're there,
are her
all of a sudden he wants to be there.
diet. For example, she will go on popular celebrities or YouTubers' diets and try it for a certain amount of time. She ate like a K-pop star. She ate like a football player. She even ate like Trisha Paytas. And weirdly,
Well, my bike of the day was really fun. They didn't have to
That's all
do
we got.
anything, and I'm a lazy bitch, so this was great. The only not fun thing was that I gained 10 pounds in one day. I'm not really sure how this happened, so please send help or an ambulance or Jesus. Bye.
yeah, that's predictable. I would have rolled on out of here if I ate like Trisha Paytas. And she even ate like Voldemort. Oops, I mean, Jeffree Star. She is the diet triangle. Ooh, don't let Demi Lovato hear that. On her YouTube channel, she also showcased her boyfriend to the show.
I just
Hey,
came by
love
to
you.
grab a
In real
coffee.
life, and Nick Stone.
Thought you said you had it.
I had it, it's just not on me. Okay, well, finally.
Love you too. Be careful.
Making videos together, and then soon time the
Reverse lens is done. Now for 2-minute break.
until they broke up. And according to her audience, she started to change. And they say they are watching her quickly spiral downwards mentally. Let's get into the real reason why you're here. The reason why people were so upset, disappointed, and saying the wonderful words that I love hearing on the internet, do better. Recently, Blair posted this video that made quite a bit of people upset. How to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. where she gave advice on how she dropped a lot of weight from intermittent fasting, from, according to you guys, refusing to eat and just drinking coffee. Many people were saying she is promoting eating disorder behavior, and that eating disorder, because there are many, remember, is they are saying she clearly has an eating disorder, so basically diagnosing her, saying that she is way too skinny now and she needs more body fat, and that her before was way better than her body is now. And she is clearly unhealthy. But I have a theory. Want to hear it? Of course you do. Skinny fat. Skinny fat is when a generally small or thin person looks just thin and not have much body fat, but then they strip off all their clothes and boom, there it is. They actually have a high percentage of body fat just on a smaller frame. A popular YouTuber that I can think of from the top of my head would be Mikey. She was not a quote unquote fat girl, but she was small and had a lot of body fat. And shocker, a lot of these generally skinny fat people don't work out very much. They lack muscle and strength along with a very poor diet. So they aren't as heavy as an obese person, and they generally pass for being healthy. But in reality, these are some of the most unhealthiest people I have ever worked with. Blair used to be bigger, having more body fat than she does now. Keep in mind, she is very young. When I see skinny, fat, 35 plus people, there's a lot of saggy skin, cellulite, because naturally you lose muscle as you age, aka called atrophy. But now as a trainer, I see many slim women come to me who need to lose weight, and the ongoing comment is, why do you need to lose weight? You're already thin. You must have anorexia or something. When in fact, these people are very out of shape, have extra body fat from eating too much junk food, and are in a calorie surplus because of it. So my theory is, after watching this video, is that people see a small woman who went through a horrible breakup and is pretty nutty.
I get a good angle of my flowers and I can't get one.
And automatically think, no, not think, but declare that she has an eating disorder. And I have to disagree with the
Step into a world of comfort with Ultra Foot Shake. Designed to give real work from a running experience unlike any other. Ultra, run without rules.
Little cash goes a long way at Ollie. Find brand name stuff. Up to 70% off the fancy shirt prices every day. Check out new deals at your local Ollie's today. That's not change.
And I have to disagree with the ongoing popular opinion that she clearly has an eating disorder, at least from the comments. So why do I say that? Because I do many of the things that are in this video. Except I look like this. Huh. So I wanted to break down this video in great detail. Sit back, get your popcorn. It's gonna be long because I also
And as you
had
can
an
see,
eating disorder, but not the one that everyone wants to scream about.
leg day is always
Yes,
rough.
holiday. No, I have
I'm already
this
sweating.
eating disorder. Yeah, you guys forgot about that.
All right, time
That's always
for
looking at this video. So I'm gonna use the big
calf
silver
raises.
that I
I'm gonna
would grow
use
up.
the kettlebells for the calf
Now
raises.
that I grew up, I would have more space in my stomach and I would eat more and I couldn't stop. Okay, so I give you all Blair Walden 5 tips on how she lost weight in 20 days.
The most common question I get all over my social media is, how did you lose so much weight so fast?
So in the video, Blair says she went from 147 to 130 pounds.
So basically, I went from 147 pounds to 130 pounds.
That's 17 pounds. Blair,
All
liar.
right,
Now
come
I know
down.
why people were upset.
Breathe out.
She probably rounded up. I learned that in like elementary school. You're allowed to do it.
How did you lose so much weight so fast? There's no exercise involved in this.
I'm probably gonna do the single deadlift with my
I don't
kettlebells
cover
as
how
well.
it is intermittent fast.
So from the get-go,
But
she
I'm gonna
is
use the
people
35
in
pounds for the
Except
goblet.
20 pounds in only 3 months.
A month, and I'll show you all my secrets.
I might do half and half.
Not really trying to make it any
Might
effort because
do
I'm a
half,
lower kind of gal.
35 and a half kettlebell goblet.
It's easy and
We'll see how my
literally
legs
calorie
feel.
deficit, eat less calories,
Right now they're
burn.
like,
Some people will fight you on that, but that's scientifically what it is. But the
You can almost see them
process
through
of
the
actually staying
sweatpants.
consistent is very hard. How long do you guys usually stick to a diet? A week, 2, a month? It takes months, sometimes years.
So basically, number one, the most important thing that I think that I do is intermittent fast.
So intermittent fasting, a lot of people do this, and as someone who binged, I never recommend intermittent fasting to people who have a binging problem. Why? Because the moment we feel an intense hunger, we run to the kitchen and think just one Oreo, just one is all we need. And then once that one Oreo graces the tip of our tongue, we lose control and we've already eaten at least half a pack within 5 minutes with milk and ice cream. Yeah, I've done it. So if you are someone who really struggles with binge eating, I really don't recommend that. I'm not from the anorexia side of EDs, but I would think it wouldn't be the best thing for them either to restrict their food. But I'm guessing the people from that side of the fence can tell me in the comment section. But for binge eaters, we need to eat before we have that intense hunger because we can't make rational decisions when we get into the danger zone.
I try to just have espresso or a double espresso or a triple espresso in the morning, hot with nothing else. I water throughout the day, and then when I actually get really hungry, like I feel like I'm gonna break out with my 17 boyfriend, flee the country, fire on my editors, then I decide it's finally time to eat. At that point, I will eat anything I feel like, but usually it's fruit or eggs.
So I was reading a lot of comments saying that, wow, she pushes herself to not eat, like forces herself to not eat. And I read comments before I watched the video, and it made it sound a lot more intense. I was waiting for her to say, like,
Well, I'm starving, and then I just kind of keep pushing it, just can't eat.
I was expecting, to kind of like cringe back and be like, whoa, Blair. But I feel like it was a little blown out of proportion there. As someone who binged, I was someone that had to push myself to not eat because I could eat all day. In the video, Blair also said that she had an overeating problem or overeating, junk food type problem.
I do like French fries though. I order French fries with a lot of mayonnaise. There is no food groups that I am against. I eat absolutely everything. I eat bread, pasta, chips.
Like I said, I think it's the lingo that she's using here and the fact that she's skinny.
I actually get really hungry.
Now, like I said, I am a binger, so I can't wait until I'm really hungry. But watching Blair's content, she really dramatizes everything, so I can't speak for her. And at the same time, when I rewatched it, did she mean when she's actually hungry? Anyway, the reoccurring comment was, she's pushing herself to not eat. Let me explain what I mean when I say I would push myself to not eat. Push myself as in, am I bored right now? Can I actually wait to eat? I'm not doing the 18-hour windows, of course, but I have clients that just don't like eating through the day and prefer to have bigger meals. Even though she said she eats fruit and boiled eggs, but fruit and boiled eggs can get pretty high in calories. One boiled egg is 70 calories. Have four, that's 280, plus your fruit, you're over 300 calories, probably around 350, 360, depending on what you're eating. If you're eating high calorie fruit, you can easily get up to 400 to 500 calories. So once again, the food that she showed us was very vague and like quick. It wasn't very detailed, which is something I feel the video lacks. Details. But most of her videos are like this. At least the recent one, she talks fast, shows quick clips, and boom, bam, done. But she doesn't count calories, so we don't know. But what we do know is that she used to count calories, so similar to obese to beast, who also doesn't count calories, and me, who doesn't count calories every single day. I take it she can get a ballpark number of what she's consuming. Not exact, but just a ballpark, since she's done it before. So I'm just going to believe her because who am I to say no? You're lying. What the fuck? Should I go do that to Obese to Beast when he says he eats 3,000 calories? No. So she says she eats 1,500 to 2,000 calories. My bonus slipping. I didn't glue it down because it wouldn't stay. Fine. So it's not like she's recommending any ones that have an intense low amount of calories. Above 1,200, I've seen people promoting 1,200 calories. That's a little bit. It's a lot more than that normally. It's promoting 1,500 to 2,000. That's plenty of food, especially if you are eating whole foods, fruits, protein, which in the video you'll see that that's what she eats.
I try to just have espresso or a double espresso or a triple espresso in the morning.
So people were very upset about her saying she drinks a cup of coffee to help with hunger. Like I said, I am someone who overeats, so drinking water, hot tea, not coffee. I hate coffee because it gives me headaches and makes me feel sick for some reason. But for someone who binged, that tip was a lifesaver because my body didn't understand how to just not eat. I would always constantly eat. I just loved to eat. And the thing is that drinking water between meals or maybe just drinking water before I eat would help me, one, fill my stomach so that I'm not overeating, two, help me with my dehydration, which a lot of people struggle with. There's been so many times that I'm halfway through a gallon of ice cream and I'm like, kind of thirsty. Drink water, and I'm like, damn it. So it was literally dehydration, and it would just get in the way of eating. So drinking water before meals or in between meals was something that really helped me. I understand that it's something that anorexic people do to help fill their stomach, but from what I got from the video, she was just saying she likes to drink water, hot fluids to help with limited hunger. She's not saying she's starving. She's just saying that it helps her with dehydration, eating a little bit less so that she can lose weight, and that was her goal. But like I said, I come from a different community. That tip in itself, drinking water, helped so much. If you're a binger out there, try drinking water before you binge. You won't binge as much, or you might just not binge at all. Also, I don't know if she does this through the day, but she said she drinks liquid in the morning. But from what I see when it comes to intermittent fasting, don't you need to drink? Drinking water during an intermittent fast is usually permitted. In some cases, water and other clear liquids may also be allowed for up to 2 hours before medical procedures, although specific guidelines vary. Other fast-friendly drinks include black coffee, unsweetened tea, and flavored or sparkling water. All the things she says she drinks during her fast. So I'm still very confused why people are saying all of this. Like I said, I'm not a fan of fasting. I don't understand not eating for long periods of time, but some people like a very small window to eat in because some people just don't like eating throughout the day, which is crazy to me. I love eating throughout the day, but some don't, and we're not all the same. And she says that she likes a small window where she eats, and so during that 18 hours, she drinks. And then after that, she's eating 1,500 to 2,000 calories. I'm not too sure, but she's not saying she's starving herself, so I'm still waiting for that. Whoa, girl, you have any deep tip two?
My second tip is to basically hack the calorie system.
Okay, how are we gonna hack this calorie system?
So I don't actually count my calories, but I do hack my calories. Does that make sense?
No.
So I try not to eat highly caloric food.
That is a great tip. Tell my clients all the time, find low-calorie foods that you can eat a lot of instead of calorie-dense food. That was a great tip because when I was trying to lose weight, I would follow just generic fitness-type meal plans on Google. And what is just the generic fitness girl breakfast? 12 almonds and a half cup of oatmeal and a half to full banana on top. And that would be around 400 calories. For almonds, a half cup of oatmeal and a banana. And I would make my oatmeal, eat my almonds, and then within 3 minutes, holy shit, I'm starving again. I needed low calorie foods because then I can eat in high volume and then I'm actually full, which is the goal. Because a lot of people who struggle with hunger, if they are hungry, they are going to go overeat. So if you eat low calorie foods that you can eat a lot of, then you won't be hungry. That was a great tip. Low calorie food in high volume. Oatmeal doesn't do shit for me. Almonds definitely don't do shit for me. I could eat a pound of almonds and be starving.
So I try not to eat highly
All done
caloric
with
food, or I don't eat a lot of them. So I love chips and guacamole, but that's one of the foods that I can eat 1,000 calories of in 2 seconds. So I really watch it with chips and guac.
Yes, that's also a great tip. That's something you should watch out for. Chips in general,
We're gonna go right into the goblet.
for 1 ounce. Do you know how much
I don't really
ounce
have
is?
enough
Usually
time
around a
because
handful. I have small hands. If you dip those chips and add
somebody needs to
guacamole or some other kind of
ride home
sauce,
from work.
it is over. Okay, your calories are gonna be high as. Actually, Jeff Cavalier made a video saying to watch out for foods like avocados, bananas, junk food in general. Don't exclude them, but just watch out for them because they have a lot of calories for a little portion.
Guys, there's nobody that realizes the benefits of healthy fats more than me and knows that guacamole is a great source of that. However, whoever stopped this
One down, there you go.
guacamole, because that has 40 calories in it. But what we do is, of course, we go overboard, and the average American eats 10 to 12 tablespoons of guacamole.
No one calls Jeff the anorexic for recommending watching out for chips and guacamole. Anyway, the goal is to try to eat a lot of food, not be hungry, and then you can lose weight very easily after that. Once I found out low calorie foods and eating high volume, that I can eat high volume, it seemed very, very effortless. I wasn't hungry, I wasn't struggling. Oh, the water tip, once I started actually drinking water, it did feel very, very easy once I got into that routine. When I was eating high calorie protein bars and high calorie almonds and high calorie foods where I was starving all the time, then I had an issue. And you know what? When I started losing weight, eating a lot of food, that's when people were like,
Oh, something's wrong. Are you okay?
like I was eating 1,500, 1,800 calories of like huge meals because I eat high volume, and then people have issues. It's very, very odd. Once again, I think it's just the way that she says it, and because she has that ditzy blonde thing.
At the hospital, the doctor said either my
Yeah,
stomach
two
is
go.
leaking and I die, or I have a brush in my lung that could be made to die. So right now, I'm on my way to get some scan things, so hopefully I don't die.
Because she was very body positive before, and and now she got big, and that makes people feel a certain way.
Right? Other things I watch with is like peanut butter, ice cream, protein bars.
Once again, all things I need to watch out for are things that don't really fill me up. If I ever have a protein bar, like even my protein donut, I save it for the end of the day because I make sure to get all of my whole meals in first, and then I have my little reward, my little dessert, a protein donut, which I am very excited about at the end of the day. Link below.
That literally take cooking. I literally rather order like an $8, €8 salad and then not cook all day than spend time grocery shopping, cleaning, and cooking. So basically, when I eat at a restaurant, I try to either go for salad with no cheese and like very little dressing. I like to do just olive oil and vinegar. I go for like raw foods, so if I can, or if on menu, I eat like tuna starch and carpaccio, a salmon poke bowl with no rice. I don't get the rice, I just get the vegetables.
Which will help you cut down on calories. Honestly, the meat is probably high in calories
Now,
already because they usually cook it in oil. So if you help cut out like the carb part, it will naturally reduce the calories. And she even said that she eats a lot of the raw vegetables because they don't cook it in oil.
I try to go for fish and vegetables or meat and vegetables. And if it's raw, it's even better because there's no calories from the oil.
But once again, she seems very self-aware about the restaurants using a lot of oil, how a lot of just the basic dishes at restaurants are very high in calories. You guys might see her eating very light things, but they're usually very high in calories when you get them from restaurants because they like to cook it in oil. They want to make it taste better so that people can think that they're an amazing restaurant when really they just put a lot of fat in it. That makes things taste better, but it also adds a shit ton more calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, 1 gram of protein is 4. So that is double the calories, which is why healthy food at restaurants are usually double the calories of what you could do at home, which is why I don't eat at restaurants because I will save my money and my calories. So then she starts to go through her daily intake. So breakfast is a hard-boiled egg and avocado, tomato, and fruit. Lunch is raw fish and veggies, and dinner is soup and salad. I kept seeing comments saying, "Oh my gosh, soup! I would get soup when I was struggling with my eating." Just
All right.
because someone eats soup doesn't mean that they have an
All done with the goblins?
internet is like, you can't diagnose people. But then if someone loses weight and they're thin, then all of a sudden they have an ED, they have a problem, and they are responsible for other people's issues.
And then for dinner, I'll do like a soup and a salad. Like I try to keep things very light.
I personally love soup. There are so many low-calorie soups that I can use as a snack that I can have as a main meal while adding other food, and it helps me eat a lot of vegetables and not really notice because it's soup. Something else I noticed about the comments is that they were so focused on what she does to lose weight, they didn't even mention all the junk food she says that she loves and occasionally likes to eat, like mayo dipped in French fries.
Like French
There you
fries
go.
though, I order French fries with a lot of mayonnaise.
That is definitely calorie dense food, and for some reason I'm thinking of Patrick now. But it sounds like she cut out a lot of junk food, which will help many people.
Those definitely
overeat
kill
and
the
die.
hamster.
These are extra weight they probably don't need, and if anything, cutting out French fries dipped in mayo will give some sweet, sweet loving and care to your poor heart, so you don't die of a heart attack. You know. Also, people are acting like she eats like this all the time. If she did, it still sounds pretty good. Vegetables, fruit, protein. But she also posts videos eating chips, guacamole, and other types of food. She literally posted a video eating with her sugar daddy or whatever.
My sugar daddy was being annoying, so I made him take me to Carbone, New York's most fancy and exclusive restaurant, and I decided to give you guys a review. I let him pick my outfits because that's all he's really good for. And to be honest, the coolest thing here was seeing famous people like the food god TikTok person and eating the bread. The bread is so delicious. It tastes like pizza and it's covered in oil. They also have this gigantic block of Parmesan they give you bites from, and they also give you some vegetables. I look hot eating, don't I? We tried the famous spicy rigatoni, and to be honest, it was underwhelming. I would say Gigi Hadid's pasta is way more delicious. There was really hot waiters doing stuff. I would like to flip with the waiter. I asked for his number, actually, in front of the sugar daddy. I like watching people cook because I can't cook.
I don't see how they do it that way. That just feels weird.
Easily me, but today,
Two down, two to
I
go.
tried out
We'll
flavor
do
words. I wanted to find
we'll do it the normal way.
They did not let me allow it, so I'm probably going to divorce him now. I would say 10 out of 10 experience, food 5 out of 10. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this.
You know, when I was eating shit, no one had anything to say about my health. When I started losing weight and eating healthier food, all of a sudden my family members came out of the woodwork and had something to say and were concerned about my health and I was going to be anorexic. It's just very annoying when people squirt out eating disorder when you eat less and try to eat healthy, but when you're eating your weight in hot Cheetos, no one says anything. Also, did y'all ever think maybe her past relationship, they ate a lot of food together? Huh? I've been there. Then you break up and you're no longer binging with that specific person because you broke up. Maybe I know some of y'all have been there. Don't lie to me. She was eating corn dogs and doing mukbangs with her ex, and when you take those out, you're no longer eating a surplus of food that you really don't need. So the scientific thing that's going to happen is that you will lose weight. And she even talked about this in one of her videos. She said her friends don't eat as much as her ex-boyfriend, and so she's naturally just not binging.
My third hack that I have for you guys is called
3 down,
the
1
water
to go.
liquid hack.
And this is what pissed a lot of people off. They said that she's obviously starving and trying to cover it up with warm water. And then she said,
Okay, this is particularly important. Warm liquids keep your stomach full without you noticing that you're not eating that much. Obviously, I want everyone to be healthy and treat their body right, so please eat enough for your body. So please eat enough for your body. So please eat enough for your body.
literally said this right here. Please eat enough for your body. Please eat enough does not translate into please starve yourself and drink water so that you don't feel like you're starving. So I try to put myself in other people's shoes, and if I was struggling with anorexia, I can see how other people can watch this and think, oh my god, I used to do this. She's skinny now. Obviously, there it is. She has an ED because I had an ED. So I know everything that's happening in her life. But for someone who struggles with the opposite end, a lot of those tips were key in how I beat my binge eating disorder. I rarely ever overeat now. I always drink 8 to 24 ounces of water before I eat a meal. If I eat out and still want to try to control my calories, I cut out the carb, get the protein and the vegetables. And then of course at night, if I have a craving for something sweet, I'll drink tea. I don't do the intermittent fasting.
Right,
If I
all
do,
done.
think that I'll have to drink a lot of water. And I've posted about it multiple times. And the ongoing comment is, wow, thanks for the tip.
Alright.
Overeat.
Tomorrow is the
I'm
push
excited
day.
about eating, and I'm excited everyone.
I will see you then.
Stuffing my face. So if I drink a little bit of hot water before, I would eat the portion that's supposed to be eating.
Yes, that is so neat. It really just helps me keep my portion